Colleagues, I understand Retno is on her way and a representative of the Philippines will be here shortly. Oh, thank you. And so in those circumstances, we can have another photograph at the end of it. But as chair, I want to thank our friends of the Philippines for hosting the ASEAN-related meetings, and this Southwest Pacific Dialogue meeting is an opportunity for us to get together with our close neighbours to discuss issues of mutual concern. And we've proposed to discuss today two significant items: illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing and regional connectivity. I also wanted to take the opportunity at the end of our discussions to brief the meeting on developments in Australia's Health Security Initiative. So if colleagues are happy to proceed on that basis, I will turn to the first of the two issues, being illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. I should also take the opportunity to congratulate my dear friend and brother Rimbing Pato on being re-elected in the recent PNG elections and is back here as Foreign Minister in the caretaker cabinet for PNG. Colleagues, we had a very good discussion at last year's Southwest Pacific Dialogue, which was chaired by New Zealand. So I welcome Jerry Brownlee as the new Foreign Minister of New Zealand. Last year we spoke about IUU fishing, and our discussion underlined the need for concerted efforts to combat these activities. It is an important issue for our shared region. Globally, we believe that illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing robs the world's oceans of about 26 billion tonnes of seafood annually. That's worth about US $23 billion a year. So it obviously causes economic harm, but it also causes food security to be jeopardised. It threatens ecosystems and the sustainability of global fish stocks. So it's not just the legal fishing industry in our region that's being threatened, it's more globally. So it's a regional security issue as well, which requires some coordinated monitoring and control and surveillance to combat what are highly mobile and elusive illegal fishers. So the Regional Plan of Action to promote responsible fishing practices, including combating IUU fishing in Southeast Asia, has been a successful model for building regional cooperation in our region. Since the plan was agreed in 2007, there have been significant gains in disrupting or destroying IUU fishing operations. What we need to do is continue to improve the ability of our members to take action against nationals involved in IUU fishing and update national fisheries legislation as appropriate, and evaluate any gaps in our ability to control vessels operating in areas beyond national jurisdiction. So I think it's important that we continue to work towards the implementation of existing international fisheries agreements to close off any of the loopholes that are exploited by those who are involved in IUU fishing. And I think there's an example, the UN Food and Agriculture Organisation's Port-State Measures Agreement. That requires parties to take action against those suspected of IUU fishing. We ratified what's called the PSMA, the Port-State Measures Agreement, in 2015, and I really do encourage others to do likewise. In the meantime, we need to implement port measures to prevent vessels carrying illegally harvested fish from entering. So for those who haven't signed or ratified the PSMA, I would urge you to do so. That's essentially how we see it. Or we obviously think that IUU fishing and transnational organised crime are two distinct concepts. They've got to be regulated by different legal regimes, but we still think there should be greater cooperation under the existing IUU regime, and we certainly support the commitment of the nations represented around this room to combating IUU fishing. So if anybody would like to add anything to that item, any update or examples or issues?